that day, we were supposed to sail in the water again. It was 29th, but we had to delay it to the 30th because we are hoping the parliamentarian who was in Cyprus to come on board our ships. But although the Cypriot government has refused them, so we came to a conclusion. The whole organizers, we came together in the Flotilla, and they told us in Marmara, and we agreed that we have to sail on the 30th by 12 o'clock, 12 noon, we have to sail towards Gaza. And we waited for the whole cargo. 6 ships has gathered together in the international water, and we sailed. The only ship has fallen behind, Rachel Corrie, because it was at the time near Belgium, somewhere in the sea, coming down to us. It was falling behind. 12 o'clock came, we haven't moved for some reason. 4 o'clock, 10 to 4 precise, we have sailed towards Gaza from Cyprus in the Mediterranean Sea. As we were sailing at the time of 2 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock, Glasgow time or London time, we had a communication in the radio from the Israeli Navy. Half an hour before the communications, we used to see the Israeli Navy, the warships, nearly 5 miles. The wave was calm, there's no wave, sea was absolutely beautiful, fantastic. The weather was very warm. So we were, everybody on top of the, outside of our cabins and looking through. At the time I was in the ship of 8,000, the European to break the siege. We can see the Israeli warships by the naked eye. We can see their lights, and then we can see the Zodiacs, small rubbery boats. Zodiacs can take up to 10 soldiers on board. They were coming in between our vessels. The 6 ships we had in between a 3/4 of a mile distance, but we all can see each other closely. Exactly at 2 hours from that time, it was 2 o'clock London time, 4 o'clock Jerusalem time. We had to pray Fajr prayer. We heard the adhan, the prayer call in Marmara. And then whenever who was Muslims on board, they said, okay, let's pray at the same time. We had prayed. The minute we finish our prayer, believe me, ladies and gentlemen, all what we can hear is a live guns, live ammunition. Very badly shooting, very heavy. We came up running out of our vessel to the boat. Our boat, we had like a bath with the fence around it. You can walk, 2 people beside each other, surrounding our ship, in both upper deck and lower deck. And we came up running at the borders, we were at the baths to see. All what I can see, it is a massive, a huge helicopter. It tried to land on top of Marmara. On top of Marmara, I was on the top deck, where is the H sign to allow the helicopters to land. Prior I leave it, I was there, it was nearly 90 activists on top of the H. They were actually sleeping there, they were living there to prevent any attack by the Israeli occupation army to land on top of Marmara. So there were people already knew that the Israelis going to come up through the airplanes or through the helicopters. So they were sitting there to prevent the Israeli from landing in board of Marmara. All what we can see from our ship is live ammunition shooting in people from up there. Through the walkie-talkie, I had one. All I can hear from my colleagues on top of Marmara, we have got 3 martyred people. 3 people has been killed. They are dead, shot by the head by the airplanes. And after that, all what we can see is the soldiers sliding on the ropes. By the time we were aware of our sides, what is the attentions gave me to our boat? We were hit by paintballing guns. If you were to go to play games, paintballing guns were hitting us. Tick, 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 at the side of our boats. We looked, my goodness, all what I can see surrounding the whole fleet is Zodiacs, warships, and even submarines were floating on the water. We were shocked. We were taken by surprise. We did not expect the Israeli to act in this way towards us. At that time, the captain is beside us. We asked him how far we are. He said we are 90 miles away in the international water from the Israeli shores. 90 miles. So we are really in the international water. And to cut this, you need nearly 5 hours at the speed we were floating. Need at least 6 to 7 hours to reach the Palestinian or the Israeli waters. Then another 12 miles till you reach the actual shore. At that time, as we were running around, they were shooting at us, or our clothing was painted. And out of the blue, our deck, the bottom, we were 4 people. We couldn't run upstairs. The majority went upstairs and they surrounded our captain cabin. So to prevent the Israeli taking over the ship. Most of our colleagues, they were holding knives, chained strongly. We were prepared for that. The Israeli came with the back of the M16, that's what my colleagues, I wasn't there to see. They were hitting them. And failure to that, they were hitting them with the electric shock. They have certain device, giving power, try to take over. After nearly an hour of struggle, till they took over the ship, but the engine was paralyzed. Back to where I was downstairs, I was there with member of Free Palestine movement. They were from California. We had an ex-ambassador, he was retired, he was 82 years of age. He was one of the founders. He was an ambassador to Syria, to Iran, to Iraq, to Jordan for so many years. He speaks fluently Arabic. He's an excellent man. He's a Jewish original, but he brought justice. He wanted fair to the both sides. And he was a great man to be with. I couldn't handle it. 23 years of age soldier. He came and immediately smacked the man in the back and he put him on the floor. He's 82, I couldn't handle it. Despite I was limping slightly, I went for the soldiers, I hit him across the chest with an open hand. My palm, I hit him the soldier boat. Our boat was actually, because it's not that big, we can feel the wave. 50 soldiers came on board. We were 45 on board, more than we were there, and our boat was wobbling from right to left, from right to left. We almost were going to basically turn over. But that soldier, the minute he's been hit, he fell on the floor. His 2 colleagues with the M16 went back in my back, hitting me. I fall on the floor. I start hitting them with my feet, with the M16, 3-4 bunches to my leg, and then I gave up. My foot was absolutely, I couldn't handle the pain. I almost want to faint, to be honest. I never screamed, but all I can do is basically try to hold the pain as much as I can. But then I couldn't move. And he came to me and says, "Is I speak? Is that enough?" I told him, "I speak." He was surprised that means I speak to him in Hebrew. Speak means enough. Enough, so I gave up to him. Within seconds, 4 dogs, German Shepherd, they were muzzled on our boat. Believe me, the dog was on top of me. His face to my face, growling. "Hi, mate." Immediately, and I started laughing. I know he's muzzled. Maybe his saliva will come on, but he wouldn't bite. The Israeli, they managed to take over our boat. Upstairs, all what I can hear is people are, all what we hear, tear gas, smoke coming to us so badly, sound bombs being hit. The struggle went for nearly 3/4 of an hour upstairs. Out of the blue, our captain of our ship came down. He says, "Don't you worry, guys, are you okay?" He says, "We are everybody okay. Only Hassan has been hit at his foot." He says, "But the ship is okay, it's secure. They cannot take over." I didn't understand what he meant. I thought that the Israelis were going to leave us and go. That was my hope. But it turned out to be he paralyzed the engines. The Israeli wouldn't be able to start it. So they have to struggle to get another big vessel to tow us. After nearly, at that time, we start seeing the sunrise. They called us all upstairs to the upper deck. And they took us and we were sitting there. We have another activist alongside, Dr. Paul Lauren. He is as well from Free Palestine movement. He was one of the founders of Free Gaza movement, but for some reason they've created the Free Palestine movement in California. This gentleman, he was one of the people who was protecting the cabin. When I went upstairs, all I can see is blood coming from his nose and his hand cuffed in the back with the plastic ties, white ones, and I can see the blood is coming from his hand wrist. And as I came upstairs in my crutches and I'm in pain, my Palestinian colleagues and everybody there was fantastic. "You okay, Dr. Nowarah?" I said, "I am fine, just I can't really, my feet is out."